Number 15. Okay, we need to clear out the bottom. Can't have a root in the bottom. No radical allowed down there. So let's just multiply by 18 n squared. Now, granted, we could pull some things out of there. We could actually make that a little simpler, and it might simplify our problem, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. We're going to deal with that in a little bit. I think it might just be easier for you guys, for the most part, just multiply by what you need to get rid of it. So I'm going to have to multiply the top. Chimneys. This pen changes color whenever it likes to. Okay, so a square root of 18 over n squared, because they're the same thing, so you're multiplying by 1. Okay, so we know what our bottom's going to be. So we do need to remember we're multiplying this whole thing by that. So we're going to have, I'm going to start way over here, 2 times that square root of 18n squared. I'm just doing 2 times that, and then I got to do this times that. 4. Now, what's 2 times 18? 36. N times n squared is going to be n cubed. And then we're all over 18 n squared, right? Because a root 18n squared times a root 18n squared, the roots just go away and it's 18n squared. Now, we need to clean up this inside of this first one right here, this root 18n squared. 18, if we break 18 down, it's a 9 times 2 prime, 3, 3. So it's a 3 and a 3. So that's what's going to come out. So we'll write that so that we can see it. So we have a 2. We then have, and again, sorry about the change in color, 2 times 3 times 3 times n times n. Okay. Plus, now this one's interesting. 36. What is the square root of 36? You should say, oh, that's just a 6, because 6 times 6. Yeah, that's right. A 6 will come out. You could break it down. You'll get a 2, a 2, a 3, and a 3. And each 2 will come out. Each 3 will come out. Boom, you get 6 out. So we're just going to bring the 6 out. So 4 times 6 is 24. Left on the inside, we'll leave the ends. We'll fix that in a second. All of this over 18n squared. Now, let's come back. Right here, that 3 is going to come out, and an n is going to come out. So we're going to be left with 3 times 6, 3 times 2 times n, which is 6n, root, what do we have? We have a 2 left behind. That's it, right? 2 plus 24. Now, we didn't pull out here. We have a pair of n's that's going to pull out. 24n root n. Okay, so those can't be combined because one's a root 2, one's a root n. Can't do anything with it. All over 18n squared. Now, I do need to look at my numbers. I could also look at the n's here. 6, 24, and 18 all can be divided by what number? They all can be divided by 6. So I'm going to go ahead and divide by 6. 6 divided by 6 make him a 1. 24 divided by 6 makes him a 4. And 18 divided by 6 makes him a 3. However, we have an n, and an nn. We can all divide those by n. N divided by n's 1. N divided by n, 1. This n divided by n leaves you with one n left behind because it was an n times n, so one of the n's disappeared. So now we clean all this up. And boy, it's a lot to clean up. 1 root 2, so it's just a root 2 plus 4 root n all over a 3n. That took a lot of work. Not easy, especially, but again, we just have to be real careful when we're breaking things down. Make sure we don't combine things if they can't be combined, and we're be in fine shape.